I just want to touch on another topic this morning. We've heard the news that a Sydney synagogue has been attacked in the latest anti-Semitic incident in the city. What's your reaction to this latest incident?
I'm appalled by this latest incident, but I'm also very conscious that it's just one in a number of incidents. We had, of course, the Adas synagogue in Melbourne firebombed before Christmas. We had the Great Synagogue in Sydney's CBD mobbed by a group of protesters who prevented people from leaving. We've had vehicles firebombed in Sydney's eastern suburbs, graffiti written on buildings. Anti-Semitism is out of control in Australia. I don't think there's any way to gild that lily. I think we have a real problem here, and it's incumbent on the government and law enforcement to step up. That is, to make arrests, to lay charges, to bring people before the court, and to send a very strong message that this conduct, targeting any religious community in Australia, has no place in our nation, and there will be zero tolerance shown towards it.
Are you hopeful that that will happen, that these perpetrators will be caught and shown the full force of the law?
Well, I'll certainly be encouraging the police to do so and calling upon them to do so. I know, the New South Wales Police have stood up again a task force. They did that after the incidents in the eastern suburbs in December, which means they are attaching a higher priority and more resources to this. I think that's important. We have seen a number of arrests made in recent weeks in connection with anti-Semitic attacks. I want to make sure that that tempo continues, and importantly, that people are brought before the courts, charged and ultimately convicted and sentenced, because that's what we need to send a deterrent message to others who might want to take matters into their own hands.
Is that the key way of tackling anti-Semitism at the moment, or is there more that we could be doing?
Well, I think the police and law enforcement response is critical, but I would also say the tone that is set by the government of the day is also critical. And I think too often we've seen the federal government, at least, conflate anti-Semitism with other forms of discrimination and prejudice, rather than focusing on it as the problem that it is and trying to make out like it's a long-standing problem. We've seen them using very loose language towards our partnership and relationship with Israel, which has only fanned the flames of anti-Semitism. I would like to see this government be more disciplined in their public language.